Hi guys! So today I'm doing something different. It's actually a makeup tutorial. I haven't done one of these for almost a year and I got requests to do one when I posted photos of this costume, so I thought I would go ahead and put one together. So I'm going to start by applying moisturizer, and this is Clinique's Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion Plus. Now I'm going to apply a yellow tinted foundation to neutralize the redness on my cheeks. This is Maybelline's Fit Me foundation stick in the color 110 Porcelain. Since that is a little bit too dark and yellow for me, I'm only using it to neutralize the redness. For the rest of my face and over top of those areas, I'll be applying Kryolan's Ultra Fluid Foundation in the color TV White. And I'm going to slap a little bit of this on and then blend it out with my fingers in a beauty blender. I lied, it's not a beauty blender, it's actually a sponge from Real Techniques. Sorry. Now I'm going to go ahead and conceal underneath my eyes, and I'm using the NYX HD Concealer in the color Porcelain. As you might notice, this is too dark and too orange for me, so I'm going to be putting Kryolan's Potted Concealer in the color White right over top and blending that across the tops of my cheekbones to get a highlight. And I'm bringing this concealer into the inner corner of my eye all the way up to the brow bone, because that's actually where I get the most darkness, and it can look sort of like the sides of my nose are bruised if I skip this step. And I'm going to go ahead and blend out the edges with my sponge. I'm going to take the Kryolan concealer and put a little bit down the bridge of my nose. I'm also going to apply a little bit on my cupid's bow and my chin. Before powdering, I'm going to apply a cream highlight. This is ColourPop's Stole the Show, and this is a very pretty, very intense, goldish champagne color. And now I'm powdering, and I'm using a Real Techniques brush and my NYC pressed powder. I'm going to take an eye primer and apply that to my eyes. While that dries, I'm going to do the rest of my face makeup, and I'm starting with a NYX blush in the color Taupe. I'm going to take the Real Techniques contour brush and apply this underneath my cheekbones. This product's a little bit dark and warm toned for me, but it's okay because I'm going to put my blush right on top of that and then you won't even notice. Speaking of blush, I'm using Wet n Wild's Mellow Wine and applying a super generous amount all over my cheeks because I want to look flushed like an angel, and also because my camera doesn't pick up blush very well, so I have to apply a ton if I want it to actually show in photos. And that's it for face makeup. Let's move on to eyes. My first step for the eyes is going to be covering my eyebrows, or at least lightening them enough that they'll look okay with the blonde wig. So I'm going to run a jumbo eye pencil by NYX through my brows and then brush that with the spoolie until they look a little bit lighter than they are. Once I feel like they're light enough, I'm going to fill them in with a brow definer by Avon, and this is in the color Tawny. I'm not very good at doing brows, so I drew them in a little bit too harsh, but that's okay. I'm just going to run through them with my spoolie and try and lighten up the areas that are too heavy. I'm also going to comb the brow hairs up so they look a little bit fuller. Then I'm going to take a tiny concealer brush, this one's from e.l.f., and a white eyeshadow in the color Bites, which is by ColourPop. I'm going to run this underneath my brow as a highlight and also to help clean up the spots where I was a little bit overzealous. I'm going to set the highlight with a matte shadow that's just a couple shades lighter than my skin tone. And that's it! Not perfect, but good enough for me. I'm going to take the eyeshadow in the color Bites and the concealer brush and apply a little bit onto my inner corner. I'm going to buff this color out with a fluffy brush and then pat some more of that neutral highlight shade over top. Taking another ColourPop eyeshadow. I'm really not sponsored by ColourPop, I promise. They're just super sparkly and pretty, which makes them perfect for this look. This is a gold shadow in the color Fringe, and I'm applying this with my finger all over my eyelid. I'm going to blend out the top of this cream shadow with my matte highlight shade. In the crease, I'm just going to put a little bit of a light brown matte shade, and this is the color Matte Rosen from the Meet Matte palette by The Balm. I'm going to put Wet n Wild's Nutty eyeshadow, which is a light shimmery brown, in my crease and underneath my lash line. Now it's time to add a little bit more shimmer, and I'm doing this with an e.l.f. face palette, and this is actually from the Belle and Enchanted Tale collection. And I'm using the highlight color from this and my same brush and applying this to all the high points of my face. So underneath my eyebrow, on the tip of my nose, on my cupid's bow, on the tops of my cheekbones, pretty much everywhere, as well as all of the lid. For the eyeliner, I'm using Avon's Glimmer Stick Liquid Glide eyeliner in a brown color, and I'm going to apply this roughly on the outer 2/3 of my eye, and then I'm going to blend it into a smooth line with an angled brush. Whatever eyeliner is left on the brush, I sweep underneath the outer third of my lash line. Now I'm going to go ahead and use mascara. This is Clinique's High Impact Mascara. And that's it for the eye makeup. For my lips, I'm starting with a lip exfoliator to get rid of any dry skin. This is one from e.l.f. Then I remove that with a damp paper towel and dab whatever product's left on my sponge onto my lips. The color for my lips is a ColourPop Ultra Matte Liquid Lipstick in the color Lax. And I'm going to start by applying this with a small Real Techniques brush and just outline the shape of my lips and then fill it in with the applicator it comes with. I just have to wait for those to dry and then it's done. I think this look really requires a costume change. These are from the Downton Abbey collection. And the rings I'm pairing with this costume are from eBay and Forever 21. I'm going to tie my hair back in a ponytail and then put the wig cap over top and pin it right here so it stays on my head. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my wig, which is a little bit tangly right now, and I'm going to attach the combs that are on the interior right here and right at the back. I'm going to place bobby pins right here and here and here to secure it on. And then I'm going to take a brush. This isn't a wig brush, it just happens to work well on wigs, and use that to turn it into something a little bit more fabulous than this. And now I'm going to finish it off with a headpiece. And then I'm going to put on those rings that I talked about. And that's it. This is the costume, the makeup, the headpiece, everything nice and completed.